All right, thank you so much. The program is still on television, and now we are being joined virtually by Private Ruth Ogunleye. That's the dismissed former female military officer from the Nigerian Army. Now, we've been following the story on the social media, and she has her own story to tell, irrespective of the fact that the Nigerian Army has given their own side of the story, that she's found wanting in some mental issues, so to say. The Nigerian Army said that she's mentally imbalanced, and she has been discharged of her duties, given pension for life. I think about 55% of entitlement as pension for the remaining time of our life. Now, Private Ruth Ogunleye, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start from, because I was watching some of your videos last night. There was one that particularly touched, my heart when you said that now you are homeless. How exactly do you mean? What do you mean by you are homeless?
Thank you, sir, for this great opportunity, sir. Sir, before I stay inside the barracks while I was still serving in the Nigerian Army. But at now, I was ejected out of the barracks because I was discharged out of the army and everywhere fighting me, looking for a way to kill me. I use that word.
All right, so let's go back now. Give us the story, because we want to hear from you. I mean, mind me if I don't mind if I say the horse's mouth now. Edo people this morning want to know from you what exactly transpired.
So let me start from where you said they gave 50%. They never compensate me with 50%. I don't know how you put the words. I discharged on medical grounds with 50% ability. So I was discharged on medical ground with 50% disability. And sir, I was never discharged out of the army, sir. I wrote a discharge letter, a voluntary letter that was approved by the authority with the help or with the intervention of the Women Affairs. So I was never discharged out of the army, and the army never dismissed me. So starting from how I met Colonel Abdulkareem, the officer in question, he was my commanding officer in Ojo Cantonment Medical Center, where I met him. Ever since he asked me to sleep with him and I refused, he maliciously deal with me. He frustrates me with extra duty that I will not complain about because it's part of the job. But the way that I found the whole thing interesting is where he started injecting me with Zakati injection. After injecting me, he will put me inside body bag. Before then, he will take advantage of me, toss himself inside me, rape me. Then he will put me inside body bag and take me to psychiatry hospital and to make it look as if I have mental illness.
Now, yeah, prior to this time, was there any medical record? You had medical issues, maybe evidence to prove that you once had a mental imbalance issue?
Those medical issues started when he started taking advantage of me, and when I started telling people how he raped me, and most of my unit people are aware. Most of my colleagues are eyewitness. He never hide it from anybody.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking this morning now, because we know that the captain you're alleging now, you're accusing now, is a doctor. That the reason why he had to do that was because there were issues concerning your medical status, so the imbalance and all that. So he probably was doing that to help you out. Is that correct?
No, sir. He never helped me, sir. He is not a psychiatric doctor. He doesn't have any right to inject me with Zakati injection. Not only that, to come to my house. He doesn't have any right to inject me. He's not a psychiatric doctor. He's just a medical doctor.
All right. So in all this time, you didn't have witness, nobody that you spoke to, nobody that you talked to. Why did you decide to bottle it alone? If you had witness, can we know on this program this morning?
Yes, sir, I do. there are eyewitnesses. My unit people, I can mention names, they are all eyewitnesses because he never hide it because we feel he is the commanding officer, he can do anything to me and it will happen. And there was a time when the whole thing was, when I exhaust the whole process, I reported him to the authority and nothing was done. I sought for redress, nothing was done. I went to legal service. Legal service, they are just like the lawyers, they are just like lawyers in the army. Military police, nothing was done. So I involved my dad.
You involved your dad?
Yes.
Okay, so as at the time, why didn't your dad come to the media? I mean, we didn't see your dad until we started seeing your video. Your dad should have come up. Why?
When I involved my dad, so my dad called him and that request for a number to, he wanted to know what the problem is exactly. So when my dad intervened, he told my dad to ask me to obey the last order.
He told your dad to obey the last order.
Obey the last order.
No, who told your dad to obey the last order? Was it your dad that told you to obey the last order? Somebody told your dad to obey the last order.
I involved my dad because I already exhausted everything. Because when I involved my dad called the officer in question, the Colonel Abdulkareem, and my dad, Colonel Abdulkareem, told my dad to tell me to obey the last order.
And your dad followed that too?
So when my dad called me and he said, Ruth, what is the last order? What I should just tell him what did the person want? Because in the army, we obey orders, we obey our senior. And I told you that he said I should sleep with him. That is the order he's talking about.
Yeah, that's as at the time you now told your dad that, look, daddy, he said I should sleep with him. What did your dad do? To what extent did your dad escalate this issue?
My dad came to Lagos to see him one-on-one. Probably they talked things out, or probably he wanted to take me, like, because before I would leave the unit, my unit, there must be a pass. There must be an official release. He will release me before I can leave my place of work. So I cannot just carry on my own. So when I told my dad I applied for pass, he never approved it. So my dad came to Lagos. By the time my dad came to Lagos, he was not on seat.
And
He was not.
Okay, okay. Because I think we may, some of the time, we may be needing your dad now to actually tell if your dad was ever told and to what extent did he go about in helping you out. Now, away from that now, we understand that right now you are out of the army. So what is your next point now? What are you going to do with your life from now?
So I'll go back to school, try for them of my education. I'm trying to I'll try my best to upgrade myself. But for now, I don't think I'm safe, sir. The officers, the questions, they are everywhere looking for way to hurt me. So for now, I think I will go back. That is.
Okay, because this your case is going viral by the day. We are going to, from our own side, because we also have a responsibility from hearing from both sides. We're going to ensure that in due course we put authorities of the Nigerian Army on the same program so that they can react to some of the allegations. We call them allegations now. Some of the allegations you are making on this program, because what we've been told, apart from what the earlier video that you did that we saw on social media, we saw the reactions, and the Nigerian Army came up to say that it was a case of some mental imbalance issues, and you were dismissed, you were removed from the army. Let me water it down now. You were removed from the army and given some benefits and all that. Now, tell us, what about the witness that you said? How come they are not coming along to make these videos with you now?
They can't come online to make videos with me. Coming online in the army is an offense. One is violating social media policy. But during the investigation that was carried out by the Nigerian Army Military Police, they all came and they testified.
And you have videos of that?
No, sir, they invited them as per individuals. Like they came and they wrote down their statement. So the army knows very well that there's nothing like mental illness. Just They just want to stigmatize me. Not only that, I actually came to Brekete radio station, human rights, to seek for justice. So by the time I came there, the army spokesman was there. He met me there and he told the Brekete family to stay away from the case. That they should stay away from the case. So
Okay.
yeah.
You mean those your colleagues gave their witness before, they gave witness before the Nigerian army, before the army authorities? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. So this
Okay.
investigation was out earlier this year.
So,
Yes, earlier this
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they gave their witness before the army authority, how come they are not giving their witness now? I mean, one would have expected that as you are on the television this morning, maybe one of the witnesses will also be with you on set so that we can confirm some of these allegations that you are making right now.
So I have video recordings, I have voice records. I can forward all records to you.
Oh, okay. So you have the voice record.
Somewhere I safe to be safe. No, I'm not
No.
inside the bus. Hiding. Oh,
All right. So you're saying that you have a voice record that you can let us see. Is that what you're saying?
I have voice record. I have evidences on my phone that I can forward to the ITV.
Yeah. Those voice record that you are talking about now, were they done as at the time the sexual, assault, where the sexual harassment was on?
Yes, most of the voice records were as at 2022. I have so many voice records which they they can, they are my evidence that I can present to the appropriate authority who are interested to help me seek for justice.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, in due course, because we'll just take all that you are saying now as allegation. I mean, authorities of the Nigerian Army is not here, so we cannot we'll just take them as allegations. So, in due course, we'll ensure that we bring them on board. Maybe we should be able to have you back on this same issue so that you can also hear from them. Is that correct? Will you be available then?
No problem, sir. If they will allow you to, I don't have any problem with that.
Okay. All right. So we want to say thank you, and we wish you the best of luck in all that you do from henceforth.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.